Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
We are in the concept of function overloading. We know that because the main factor in function overloading is the function's argument list. Function name is the same but different kind of argument, different number of argument we need to use in our function overloading. And if there are two functions having the same name but different number of the arguments, different data type of the arguments, then automatically the compiler invoked the function overloading, or function overloading is invoked automatically by the compiler. So the function overloading is also calling as the compile time polymorphism. And we know that if it is function overloading program, so such function overloading program must be defined and declared separately. So now one function overloading program. First we need to write header file #include IOStream to input and output. Second, header file for the CLR SCR to clear the screen. Class keyword, name of the function, that means the class name, fun overload. Okay, keyword class is going to use, and the user defined name or class name is the fun overload. And here in this program I am not going to make the declaration of the function. Directly all those functions going to define. So no any private. Directly I am going to use public member function, and in public member function all those function, the function name is the calculate. By using some of the argument, it going to perform some different kind of the operations. So data type, return type is the int, function name is the calculate, and it contain argument is the a, going to declare by using the data type int, and this member function is used to make the calculation of the cube. I want to make the calculation of cube, so I am going to write one code, simple code, just to make the calculation of the cube. And by using the argument, that means we know that for the calculation of cube, maybe one argument, just one argument we need to use. So return a into a, maybe your a value as 10, then it going to return as the 1000. Okay, so 10 into 10 into 10 will get the answer for the calculation of the cube in our output. So this is about the calculation. And later the second calculation, why? Because I already said function name is the same, everywhere the function is the same, but different kind of the arguments, different number of the arguments going to use in our function overloading. So this second operation going to start by using return type double. Function name is the same, that is the calculate, and just two arguments going to use, one is the r, second one is the h, by using the data type double. Why? Because this function is used to perform the calculation of cone. Okay, here I want to use the calculation of the cone, and we know that the calculation of cone is 1/3 pi r2h. Okay, here, so this is the calculation, it is the mathematical calculation, but we can't take such calculation in our coding. So we need to take as the 1/3, that is equal to 0.33 into pi value, we know that it's a fixed value, that is 3.14, and r square. So double r we need to take, r into r, and the h, and this is the calculation of the cone by using function overloading program. function name is the same, calculation, but different number of the argument, okay, and different type of the argument going to use just to make the calculation of the cone, and the formula is 1 by 3 pi r square h. So, by using return 0.33 into 3.14 into r square r into r h, it is going to make the calculation of the cone. And later the third calculation about our cylinder, and we know that in mathematical pi r square h going to use, so double, that is our return type, function name is the same, calculate, and some of the argument going to make the calculation for the cylinder, that is r and h, by using the data type double and int. Okay. So, return, we know that pi value is a 3.14 and r square r into r into h. So, this is the calculation of our cylinder. Clear this point here? Function is the same, that is the calculate. And later next one, after that the calculation of the cuboid. So, in our calculation of the cuboid we need L, R, H. Correct now in this case here. So, double is the return type, calculate is the function name, double L, double R, double H, the calculation of the cuboid. So, going to return the value as the L into B into H. In last class, we already started the program. The program, why? Because we are in the chapter 8, function overloading and member functions, and we know the meaning of the function overloading. Function overloading means the function have the same name, whatever the functions are there, maybe number of function, many functions are there here, all the function have the same name but differ in the number of the arguments and different type of the data types. This is the meaning of the function overloading. Now, let us see one program for our function overloading. So, the calling overloaded function, and in this program I used the function name is the calculate. The function name is the same, and totally I used 4 functions. For all function name, the function name are the same name but differ in the number of the arguments. That means maybe for some function I used 2 number of arguments, or maybe some function I used 3 number of the arguments and different type of the data types. And this calculation about our calculation of cuboid. Clear this point here, the calculation of the cuboid, and in this case we know that the return type double, calculate is the name of the function, overloaded function overloading, and it contains or it have 3 arguments, double L, double B and double H here. So, 3 number of the arguments and different type of the data types in this case here. And later next one is about our, it going to make the calculation by using the arguments L into B into H here, and later next one, whatever we open the flower bracket, such flower bracket going to close, and later words we are going to close the flower bracket semicolon, and this is called as the end of class definition. Okay, and whatever we are going to complete here, flower bracket semicolon, whatever we are going to complete before the flower bracket semicolon, this is called as the inside class definition within the class. Okay, kya? And whatever we are going to complete, that is called as the outside class definition. Kya? So, we can say that what, because we completed whatever the programs are there, what's the functions are there, we completed within the program in this case, or within the class definition, and later next one we need to make some main function. Okay, why? Because in main function we are going to declare the object here, and such object going to access the functions here. So, all those work we are going to perform by using our main function. So, the main function going to start, and later next one is the flower bracket, and we already know if we are using CLR SCR, for that we need to use the header file. The header file is the conio.h here. So we already taken the header file for the CLR SCR, and later next one, the next line whatever I completed, so this one is the declaration of the object, and we know that for the declaration of the object how we need to take here. Why? Because such a declaration of the object, first of all we need to take the name of the class. Okay, so the name of the class is the fun overload, and this is called as the F1 is the object name. So just only this line or the comment line we can use as the declaration of the object by using the class name. And after the declaration of the object, here after declaring the object, such object going to access the member function to get to execute the value, correct? No? So cout, why? Because cout is the console output, and just this message going to display on monitor. The message is the calculation of cube. We already performed some calculation for the cube, cuboid, and maybe cylinder for each and every member function for every function here. So it going to display the message the calculation of cube, and we know that why? Because the object going to access the function, correct? No? So F1 why? Because I already declared the object name is the F1. So F1 going to access the function here, and later such value going to add to our function cube. Okay, and if you are taking the value as a ton in this case here, so it going to multiply the value as the 10 into 10 into 10. Because of this reason the output will get as the 1000. Clear this point here? Why? Because we already returned such coding for the cube. In this case we already performed the operation calculation for the cube, and later next one is the end line. For the end line we already written the header file. The header file is the iomanip.h. Okay, if you are not using end line, it going to show all the output one after the that means without leaving the space, but here we need the output one after the another here. Because of this reason we need to use the end line. Okay, and later next one this same thing, second calculation for the cone in this case here, and here we know that just two arguments we are going to use. In this case we already given some of the value for our pi value or maybe 1/3 value, correct? No? So here the pi value we know that here some value going to use in the pi value, so 0.33 and into 3.14, and later whatever the value I return, such value going to apply for our R and H. Clear this point here? The R and the H here. Because of this reason the value will get as the output as the 12.4344. Clear this point here? So this is the calculation of the cone by using the object and also by using the function, and later this value for our R in this case here, and this value for our H. Okay, and later next one is the calculation of the cylinder. Clear this point here? The calculation of the cylinder, we know that pi r square H. In this case here we already know the pi value is the 3.14, and later next one this value applied to our R and this value applied to the H. Because of this reason the output will get as the calculation of the cylinder, that is 37.68. Okay, 37.68, and later next one after that we can say that the last calculation for the cuboid, and in case of the cuboid, why? Because this is the calculation for the cuboid, and here we need to use 3 arguments. So because of this reason we need to give some value to the L, B and H here. So the value for the L, that is the 5, and B for the 6 and H for the 7 here. So the object going to access the function and also performing taking the value for each L, B and H here, and finally going to return the value for the cuboid as the 210. Clear this point here? And later we know that why? Because here before going to use getSearch, after that we need to use the return 0. Why? Because why I used the return 0? Why? Because the main function is the int. Okay, the main function is the int. Because of this reason we need to use the return 0. So this is the program about our function overloading, or when you are going to explain the meaning of the function overloading or about this program, we can say that this program finds the calculation of maybe the cone, cuboid, maybe the cylinder, cube in this case here, correct, no, based on the number of the arguments or based on the different data types in this case that is provided as input to the function calculate, correct, no, that provided to the input to the function calculate here, or we can say that all the function have the same name, correct, and the compiler choose the appropriate function depending on the number of the arguments and depending on the different type of the data types here. So finally the compiler select the appropriate function based on our function overloading. So this is the explanation about the program in this case. That means whatever the function the compiler want to select here, the appropriate function they want to execute, such one function the compiler going to select in our function overloading based on the number of the arguments and based on different type of the data types. Thank you.